Kia ora guys, you're watching Straight from the Hangi Pit, and in the studio today we've got PNC. We're talking all about this album right here. It is called The Codes, his latest piece of work. Now I know you've been very busy. How are you, man?
All good, brother. All good, man.
Good. And I listened to this in full yesterday. Electronic hip-hop sound. That's because Matt Miller and Pat from State of Mind worked with you on this album. What was it like working with those guys?
It was awesome, man. Like Matt Miller did all of my last album, the street album, Under the Influence, and Pat, I've been working on a lot of stuff with him, like State of Mind stuff, electronic stuff. So it's cool to get those two together, and I think they just came up with some real amazing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost like your own vein of music. Like this sound really suits your rapping. Would you say?
Yeah. That was collaborating with a lot of those electronic artists and those sort of tempos and mucking around with that. And a lot of the music that I was liking that was out while we were making the album was sort of in that vein. So yeah, I felt like a real good sort of comfort level with this one. Yeah.
Nice. And when I was listening to your album yesterday, every single track is quite different. It's quite a cohesive album.
Yeah,
so were you going for an overall sound with this, or?
That's always what the type of albums I've always loved, where the each track takes you somewhere else, but it makes sense. It's cohesive and as one. So that's sort of the ultimate goal to me. So that's great that you said that, bro.
Nice. Winning. And Matt Miller, is he a bit of a secret weapon for you reckon? Like this partnership will just keep on going into the future?
Yeah, definitely, man. I think we've got great chemistry together as in a working relationship. Like I just found him on SoundCloud. He used to like all my songs on SoundCloud and listen to him, and I was like, this guy's got something good, and he just gets better every few months. He does something amazing. I know if I give him a sample, he's going to do something ridiculously good with it. So yeah, man, I'm going to keep working with him as much as I can.
Nice, awesome. And it's not just the production, I think that's awesome on this album, it's also the lyrics. Yeah. Your lyrics are amazing, and I've got some of my favourite pieces here because yeah, I've done my research. This is from the second single in, which is called Praise, and it goes, I'm just a Palmy North brother on an onslaught, bags under eyes that hide behind the Tom Fords. I think that's awesome. And I know that you went back down to P-Town to write for a little bit. How did going home help you?
Yeah, that was real big. That's definitely where I feel most, I think I write my best stuff. That's where I learned to write, was in my bedroom. I was a typical bedroom MC, just sitting, and that's how I learned to rap. So going back there, it's sort of like, I guess it's like a sports player playing on his home field, you know what I mean? I think I come up with my best stuff, and that was cool. Yeah, that was always been a big part of it, to get back down there, chill, sort of reset and go from there.
Do you get much time to actually go home?
Yeah. I try to get back. My mum's down there, my best friend's down there, so I try to get back as much. They're both teachers as well, so they get that 2-week break. I come and chill with them, and which is completely different to living up here. So it's good, man.
Perfect. And have you got a favourite track, maybe production-wise, lyric-wise, on the album of yours?
Man, there's a few. I really like If It Wasn't For Love, and also what was it? Feeling Crucial. I worked with Fire and Ice, and I hadn't worked with those guys for a long time. They've done all the stuff for David Dallas, last 2 albums, but that's who I'd mainly worked with on my first 3 albums. So it was cool to get back with them in the studio, and I thought we came up with something pretty cool.
Cheers. And I've been listening to you since 2006, your debut Rookie Card. That was full form for me, so I was just a little young fella, and I followed you all the way through. But in my opinion, I think The Codes is probably your best piece of work yet. What would you want your fans to take away from this album?
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think all of the albums leading up to it, I think this is sort of like a culmination of them, but all the best parts, and also something a bit different, like you said, with the electronic type of sound to it. So it's something fresh and new, but it's still everything you liked on the first 4 albums. I try to take the best parts of that and put it together. Yeah. Nice.
Well, cheers. Thank you so much, man, for coming into the studio and having a chat with me. And by the way, The Codes is out tomorrow, so make sure you go and buy that on iTunes here in New Zealand. And I think you're going to take the honour now of throwing to your single, which is on the channel with P Diggs. So far away.
Oh, good. This is my song Ride featuring P Diggs. Video is by Tim Van Dammen. Yep.